Today, I'd like to talk about a LinkedIn strategy that you can deploy in your business that will get you client needs when you need them. You're up awake at night thinking about, worrying about where's the next client win going to come from. You've got projects that are coming to an end. You've been so flat out busy that you don't have a good pipeline of new clients to pursue. We have clients who have been with us for 10 years or more, and they're with us month on month on month because this works and it produces results. So let's dive right in. Stop posting random content and expecting that that's going to bring us in a flow of inbound leads. So in our 4-step client acquisition system, we focus on the following 4 things. Firstly, we've got to define our conversion goal. So start with the end in mind. We always work with clients looking ahead to the coming year and figure out what are the things that they have going on that LinkedIn could actually dovetail into. So for example, if a strategy consultancy runs quarterly business breakfasts and they get their ideal clients along to those business breakfasts as one of their main business development initiatives, well, there's the perfect example of a conversion goal that we can aim for with LinkedIn. If we do the right things, if we build the right audience and win them over and then invite them along to our business breakfast, we can see how the effort that we're putting into LinkedIn is translating into our exact ideal clients now in a room with the partners from our firm, and we're able to start winning work from them. At least to begin with, I would encourage you to focus on one outcome. Ideally, one outcome that you know works. If it's something you already do in your business and is effective, so much the better. The second thing that we need to do is get really clear on the audience that we're going after. We need to target building a network of our ideal clients, of the decision makers who we most typically win business from. So within your firm, that means you need to get really clear about the locations that you want to serve, the size of business you want to go after, who are the key decision makers you usually have the most success with, what are their job titles. Maybe you've got a target list of clients. Lots of our consulting clients, recruitment agency clients have a target list of their ideal clients that they want us to get them in front of. If you've got that, focus on that. But it's really key that you as the founder, the owner, the partner, and perhaps some of your key team as well, grow your network of LinkedIn connections with those exact people week on week on week. So you've always got more of your ideal clients coming into your network, being exposed to your messages, and ultimately being there as people that you can then invite along to that business breakfast or whatever the other conversion outcome is that you're going after. Very simplistically, you should be able to achieve 500 new connections each quarter of your ideal client persona. And if you've achieved 500 per quarter, 2,000 a year, you only need a very small percentage of them to say yes to attending a business breakfast before your firm is starting to have a really meaningful number of in-person conversations with your ideal clients. Now, just before I move on to the third step, if you're tired of trying to do this all yourself and you realize that you need to focus your efforts elsewhere in the business and you just want to hand this off to a firm who will take care of all of this for you, feel free to book in for a call in the link you'll find in the description alongside this video. Moving on, let's talk about the third pillar of success. The third thing we need to do is create value-adding and problem-solving content. What we want on LinkedIn is to get in front of our ideal clients and demonstrate to them our expertise, give them a flavor for how we've solved problems similar to the problems that they've got with other clients, or help them see how we have helped exploit opportunities in the market for businesses similar to theirs. This is very different from just turning up on LinkedIn each day and trying to think of something to post. We need to have a few content pillars of what we're going to focus on posting, and then that's what we need to be pushing out each week, and doing so in the ways that LinkedIn's algorithm rewards and that ensures that you do get seen by all these new connections that you're building, but not just seen for anything. You need to be seen as the expert that you are, so that further down the line, when you look to get a meeting with them, you look to make something happen, they've come to know, like, and trust you. They have a much better understanding of your expertise, and it's much more credible that they should want to spend some time with you and understand more about your business. And then the fourth step that we need to get right is our conversion approach. So having decided at the outset what our conversion goal is going to be, we need to put that into play at key points in the year so that we convert this audience into actually doing something. And this is, one of the big differentiators between firms that get a lot of business through LinkedIn and those that are just frustrated with the time they've put into it, but really can't see the results. If you're sitting back and waiting for your audience to do something without you prompting them to do it, then you're going to be waiting a long time before those leads start coming in. What we really want to be doing is reaching out to people, inviting them to events, using messaging, leaving voicemails, doing things that make things happen, make those conversions happen. And there's lots of different things that we could look at here. I'm very happy to talk through them on a call with you, but you have the webinar funnel where we get lots of your ideal clients onto a webinar that you're running. You can have an in-person event approach where you're running an event yourself and you're inviting people, your ideal clients, along to that event. You can also have external events. So if you're going to be at a trade show or you're attending a conference and you want to use that as an opportunity to meet with people, that's highly effective as well. You have the business travel scenario. If you're traveling around the world a lot on business, going to all sorts of different cities, while you're in those cities is a great opportunity to get meetings with people in those same locations. So that works very effectively as well. And just, direct conversation, even if we're just getting a first meeting with new connections a few months after we've got, first connected to them, that can also be very effective. There's podcasting approaches, there's video interviewing approaches. Reverse thought leadership is very popular amongst consulting firms. Great way of getting a first meeting with loads of decision makers in your niche markets is to publish a piece of thought leadership, but in advance of that, to have meetings with all of these people to get their input for that report. A great door opener. But it's key that you do this a number of times during the year. You need to have that mapped out, and it's key that you do it with wording and approaches that are proven to work. So something as simple as you getting the copy wrong in your outreach to people will make a huge difference between you getting lots of leads or your efforts falling flat. We have loads of clients who have got their first client wins within the first months of implementing this system. As I mentioned, we have clients that have been with us for 10 plus years, and they're all free to leave with 2 weeks notice, but they stay and they continue doing this kind of approach with us because it consistently brings in the kinds of business wins that they need. So there you have it. Now you have a 4-step system that you can use in your business that's proven to bring in results for B2B firms, for professional services companies, for SaaS and tech businesses. Works extremely well for any business that is targeting a particular niche audience of B2B decision makers. If this all sounds like a lot of effort, if it sounds like there's lots of scope for you to get things wrong, and you'd just like to have this done for you by the professionals, feel free to book in for a call through the link in the post accompanying this video. I'd be very happy to talk through with you what's achievable in what kind of timescales, and help you, fill in the missing gaps from today's video. I hope that's been helpful, and I look forward to speaking on a call soon.